In 1995, Nissan built a car so rare, so untouchable, that even their CEO wasn't allowed behind the wheel. It wasn't meant for the streets. It wasn't meant for showrooms. It was built for one purpose: to let Nissan race at Le Mans. This car was the R33 GT-R LM, a one-off homologation special, the most forbidden Skyline of them all. And today, it sits locked away in Nissan's DNA garage, preserved like a sacred relic. To understand the GT-R LM, you need to understand the rules of Le Mans in the mid-90s. The GT1 class demanded that race cars be based on road cars, even if it was just one. A road-going version had to exist. So, in 1995, Nismo, Nissan's motorsport division, built exactly one road-legal R33 GT-R LM. Not two, not 10, just one. The standard R33 GT-R was already a legend in Japan. All-wheel drive, twin-turbo RB26 engine, a Godzilla feared on the track. But the LM car was different. To match the race version, engineers stripped out the all-wheel drive and made it rear-wheel drive. They widened the body by 50 millimeters at each corner, cut scalloped vents into the hood, lowered the nose, and added a deeper chin spoiler. The result looked like a race car that had escaped the pit lane. Under the hood, it kept the RB26 2.6-liter twin-turbo straight six, but unlike the 400 horsepower race car, the road car was detuned to around 300 horsepower. It wasn't about speed, it was about ticking the FIA's homologation box. The transmission was a 6-speed sequential manual from X-Track. The curb weight dropped to just over 1,150 kilograms, almost 230 kilograms lighter than a normal R33 GT-R. Inside, it was surprisingly plain. A Nismo Alcantara steering wheel, racing bucket seats, and a mostly stock R33 cabin. Only small touches, like checkerboard seats and unique black and blue wheels, hinted at the monster it was built to shadow. This wasn't a production car, it was a loophole, a passport to Le Mans. Nissan entered two R33 GT-R LMs into the 1995 24 Hours of Le Mans. Against titans like the McLaren F1 GTR, Nissan's cars were underdogs. One car finished 10th overall, a respectable result for a production-based entry, but still behind 4 McLarens. The second car retired after 157 laps with gearbox failure. In 1996, the team tried again, but results slipped further. By 1997, the GT1 class had shifted toward purpose-built prototypes, like the Porsche 911 GT1, and Nissan quietly ended the program. The R33 GT-R LM never conquered Le Mans, but it proved Nissan's ambition. It showed they were willing to play in the world's most dangerous, most demanding endurance race, even if the odds were stacked against them. That single road car, the one-off R33 GT-R LM, became a legend. It was registered in the UK, but almost never driven. Today, it lives inside Nissan's Zama Heritage Collection, protected by white-gloved caretakers. It only leaves on special anniversaries, like the GT-R's 50th birthday. The car inspired a tribute. In 1996, Nissan released 188 units of the R33 GT-R LM Limited, painted only in championship blue, with a carbon spoiler blade, N1 cooling ducts, and Le Mans decals. But the true LM, the one-off, remained forbidden. Not even Carlos Ghosn, Nissan's powerful CEO, could drive it. That's how sacred it was to the company. Today, almost 30 years later, Nissan is preparing a new GT-R. Rumors point to the Hyperforce concept, an EV with over 1,300 horsepower. Some say hybrid, some say fully electric. But whatever the future brings, the R33 GT-R LM still casts a long shadow. It was never built to win headlines. It was built to qualify for greatness. And that's exactly what it achieved. It's the one GT-R that nobody, not even Nissan's CEO, was allowed to touch. A reminder that sometimes the most important cars aren't the ones that win trophies. They're the ones that keep the dream alive. If you enjoyed this dive into the R33 GT-R LM, subscribe to PistonPop. This is where we bring back the cars history forgot and the legends worth remembering.